Hey there, this is Latour, and I'm here to talk about my track work coming out on Circa Trax with a quick little production breakdown on how I made some key parts of the track. This is the track now. So the part I wanted to talk about today was that main little stab that continues through pretty much the entirety of the track. It's kind of the main idea was based around that part of the track. So this is it by itself here. So super simple. I think this little sample here came out of some old fidget electro dubstep sample pack. Obviously a genre I don't make, but I think it's really helpful to go through certain styles of packs of genres that maybe you're not trying to make, but there's always different cool sounds in these and can really help you stand out from people. Maybe if they're just going through straight a house sample pack all the time and trying to make house music, everyone's doing that. So the sample was in the key of D sharp. I did come in here and transpose it down one semitone. So it was going to match the key of the track, which would end up being D. So it's simply playing the one note, which ends up being the D. So the processing on this stem, let's break it down one by one. First and foremost, we have a saturator, which is just helping thicken it up a little tiny bit. I don't tend to use the Ableton saturator that much, but on this one, I think I was just going for something quick and simple. So if I turn everything off, and now on. So the saturator off. So that's bringing in just a bit of volume, really thickening up a little bit. Following that, we have a Pro Q3, removing everything under 200 Hertz, a slight dip here. I just didn't like how high that D5 note was hitting. I kind of want to just even it out a little bit more. So following that, I have another Pro Q3, rolling off everything over 20K. It's just an unnecessary frequency. And then we start to get into more of the heavy lifting plugins. So firstly, when the breakdown happens, we have here micro shift sound toys. So that turns on when the breakdown happens and really just helps push everything out a bit wider. So the dry wet's down pretty low here. There's only a little bit of it coming in. Following that, another Sound Toys plugin, the little radiator, which is a preamp, just once again, slightly thickening up the sound. Just helping it stand out to the front a little bit more. So during the middle of the breakdown is when it starts to get pretty wild and crazy. So the one note plays throughout the entire track, but all the movement comes from Timeless and H delay. So Timeless by Fab Filter and a H delay by Waves. This is what this sounds like. So firstly, we have Fab Filter's Timeless 2. Fab Filter, an amazing company, along with Waves and Sound Toys, probably my three most used plugin companies. So this is at 100% wet. I think I just actually went to a preset within here. So Psytrance 1 XS. I would have tweaked these a little bit. Essentially what this is doing is filter modulation. So it has a little bit of a delay and the filter's just moving around. So let's hear that on. And off. So it's just bouncing around the sound a little bit more from then what the H delay does. So then stacked on top of that, we have the Waves H delay. And that's what's doing most of the modulation here. So this one is very automated. I'll click on here. So once again, this is only on during the breakdown and starts pretty slow and everything slowly comes up. So the delay time, the feedback rises, The ping pong goes up, which is really pushing it out and further out. The dry wet mix comes up and then dips down a little bit. The rate and the depth. You can see it all moving here and then here. Cool. Following that, we have Ableton's utility, which is simply just used as a volume automation. So I can leave the channel here free for when mixing at the end. So that's all that's doing is cutting off all the volume from all the crazy effects going on there, the feedbacks. So it's nice and clean leading into the drop. And then following that, I just have another Pro Q3, which is just cleaning everything up once again on the last of the chain to make sure there's nothing there I don't want. So you can see there was a bit more low end going on here. Some of these plugins start to add noise. And that is how I made the lead stab in Work. I hope you enjoy.